Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about someone who's very irresponsible about their decisions. And if you don't know who this person is the pink sauce lady, or also known as Chef P as her TikTok username. She started making TikTok videos of this neon pink sauce and that she made by herself, of course. Want to show the whole world what you can do. It instantly went viral and people started buying bottles of her sauce. I mean, get the bag, I guess, but things will take a turn. At some point, when people opened the packaging, it came rotten, looked and smelled awful. Some people even started receiving them in bags. Like, do you not even know like how to package things? Or I guess she probably ran out of packaging because she couldn't package it really well. Along with that, she didn't even know what FDA approved meant.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products.
When she was making and selling her sauce, which hell, I feel like everybody would know what FDA means at this like point in time. And like she just sounds so stupid and she's like, I do not make medical products. And it's like, what do you mean? But around August of 2022, Dave's Gourmet ended up teaming up with Chef P to mass produce her product and get it safe for consumers' consumption. It's now located in Walmart stores nationwide, which is that's pretty good, you know. Big company helps out the little business, you know, make it better. She went to post saying how Dave's Gourmet was not paying her, and now she's unable to put food on the table for her kids, and started a GoFundMe. So far, raising 25,000, which is a good amount of money. But I feel like you should probably get an apartment so you wouldn't be homeless, as she says in her videos. Chef P started posting expressing that Days Gourmet, cannot steal her legacy from her, and even referred to it as a beige sauce.
So, one thing they can't do is steal my legacy away from me. One thing they can't do is be me. No more beige
She made
sauce.
several videos that allegedly got taken down because she was exposing Dave's Gourmet, but in reality, in her contract, Dave's Gourmet ended up saying they did pay her around $125,000. I cannot believe that. She was radio silent for a while until she could see her next move. It was like, what the hell? What do you mean by that? She made a video expressing how Days Gourmet defrauded her, how she sued them for fraud, which is like super dumb. In her video, she expressed how it was not upfront payments of 125,000.
So, number one, it wasn't an upfront payment of $120,000 straightforward. It was sent to me partially.
Hey, if it's still more than 1,000, I think you're really well off and good set. But instead, the 100,000s were split up in payment of around 10,000 a month, which is still really good. It's an insane amount of money, I'll tell you that, to get in 1 month of doing nothing to advertise your own product, which I feel like in the contract, they would say that she'd have to advertise her horrible sauce. I mean, come on, guys. What's the first thing you gotta do when you make like a product? Gotta advertise it. Come on, man. And that's what Jamal was, you know. But she says how that money ended up being used for Airbnbs and hotels because apparently she was homeless for 6 months.
A huge chunk of that money went towards me paying for Airbnb and paying for hotels because, mind y'all, I was homeless for 6 months.
She was waiting for money from people who were spreading lies about the pink sauce.
Following this, in which I kept having a security issue because I was promised that I would receive legal help for people spreading false narratives about the pink sauce. However, that never happened.
I mean, all of that was just criticism. But I mean, yeah, sure, go ahead. Say it was lies. If anything, she's done more harm to her own brand than anyone else ever could have. And the people who were spreading lies were not criticizing the pink sauce, like I just said. They were criticizing her as a person. Of course, you know, no one will give you money for being rightfully criticized for your wrongdoings. It's right. Like, you wouldn't just get paid for just not being able to take criticism. But if she even tries to sue Dave's Gourmet, it's probably going to fail miserably. It's like so bad. At that point, it's like, why did you team up with them? You're gonna sue them. She then jumps to talk about how she got her body done.
People speculating about me getting my body done. Me getting my body done would not make me broke. And this ass came from Eunice.
Do whatever you want with your money, I guess. But clearly, she's not responsible to have so much money. She expressed how getting work done on her body would not make her broke. Which I mean, some people even charge like an insane amount of money just for like I don't know, like a lip injection or Botox or some shit, which is crazy to me. I don't know why you just don't want to get them wrinkles and progress with aging like all humans should. But is she actually insane? Because money goes by quick when you get large body modifications. Like if you can spend money on Airbnbs and hotel trips on yachts and body modification, then you should probably have no problem putting food on the table. Which I mean, food is like the most less expensive thing that you can do. And like you can like stock up on months of food as well as probably get an apartment. I feel like she doesn't have like brain cells. She has like negative. Hell, if I'm just losing brain cells by just reading what she's not doing. Going back to the thing, the only thing that is harming your brand is you. You're not holding up to your part of the bargain. I'm sure you know that when you work with a company who basically saved your business, Dave's Gourmet mass produces your pink sauce and you sell it. You're the one who needs to sell your own product and not the brand making it. You're advertising it to sell. Your horrible product finally got a company to help you make it. Yet she signed the contract thinking that all that she has to do is just sit there and look pretty, which I don't think that's what contracts are made for. When you do like partnerships and all that, you gotta like advertise your own thing. But I guess that she didn't get the memo. But long story short, that Sheppy then goes on says how she owns 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC and how Dave's Gourmet took permission and abused it.
There's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my bread. I did not give away my bread. These people just took permission and abused it.
Now I guess she is starting her own pink sauce company again on her own, even though we all know how that went. It was like just bad.
There's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my bread. I did not give away my bread. These people just took permission and abused it.
Now she's saying how Dave's Gourmet doesn't even know what they're doing.
Hey champ, that's really interesting. Next time, keep it to yourself.
I mean, they're in company. I think they would know what they're doing instead of like just being a stay-at-home mom and making the most rancid sauce because you don't know how to actually make sauce. But then we get the side of Dave's Gourmet. Dave's Gourmet responding to everything in a very respectful manner. As expected, Chef P was not posting digital content and advertisement of her pink sauce, which, like I was saying, Dave's Gourmet had to change some things about the sauce that did not meet FDA requirements. See what I mean? Oh my god. Chef P was not producing pink sauce herself due to the FDA instructing that to stop all production of pink sauce due to the quality concerns. Which that should like mean something about the dumb shit that she does. Or like doesn't even listen to. As well as all we know, she was making the sauce in her kitchen and she was shipping it out without refrigeration in the heat of the summertime. And that's where all like the awful and looked and smelled rotten, sauces came along, even in bags. That's even worse. It's like, isn't it bad if we had like heated plastic into our food, sauce, or anything like that? That's like harming your body. The fuck? And it also results in tons of people receiving the pink sauce in an unedible state in the summertime heat. Ultimately, having tons of backlash and negative publicity online and on social media due to the quality issues. I feel like this lady just thinks that all criticism is good criticism or all bad or good publicity is good publicity. Hell, I feel like she takes that as one of her
Oh my
10
God, what the
commandments
hell?
or something like that. But according to the agreement of Dave's Gourmet to pursue sales of pink sauce, Chef P received $45,000 upfront to allow Dave's Gourmet to sell her product. At the end of the day, she was getting the bag. But she was just being super irresponsible with her money. She was responsible for all the refunds that predated the agreement, which was crazy. In the end, Chef P and her entities didn't have enough money to refund the people who never received the product according to the agreement. Damn. It's almost like she's just a child. Days Gourmet believed that Chef P was fully aware she didn't have enough money to recover all their funds, which I think that is BS. That is just full on BS. You have 45,000. At the very least, be responsible with the thing that you didn't give out. Ultimately, a hold was put on Shopify and PayPal, the cash in her accounts due to the multiple complaints, and even the cash that was there was mostly not available to pay the refunds. Days Gourmet basically felt petty for the dissatisfied customers and provided estimate up to 35,000. She'd only be losing like about like it says right there, 35,000. You still have 15,000. Oh my gosh, be responsible for something at least. But Dave's Gourmet covered the refunds, even though the agreement was for Chef P to deal with it on her own. I just find it super weird, but really nice though that Dave's Gourmet was able to do this. Some of the refunds went back to Dave's Gourmet after the hold on PayPal and Shopify was lifted. They gotta get their money back at some point or somehow. Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit sick. Prior to entering the partnership with Dave's Gourmet, Chef P reviewed and negotiated the terms and conditions of the contract with her attorney. So someone was there that wasn't illiterate to explain to her what she was getting herself into. But according to her contract, she receives royalty that depends on the sales of the pink sauce. It's not like a MMA, a money market assets. It's not gonna make you money, even though nobody's buying. Even though money market is just like put your own money and then it just accumulates over time. But enough of that. Like there's a milestone to a payment that certain goals that are met. All payments have been communicated and paid on time in accordance to the agreement. With Dave's Gourmet. Dave Gourmet also advised Chef P that her pink sauce royalties will not be her only source of income, which is basically telling her to get a job. Don't rely on us. Later on that, Dave's Gourmet did not know if any sales would be generated by pink sauce in the fall of 2022. Chef P was struggling financially, so Dave's Gourmet wanted to be helpful and over several months provided Shaw with multiple cash advances. Can you believe that? That totaled up to more than 40,000. Sorry, guys. But without charging interest or fees, these payments were supposed to be offset by the future royalties that Jeppy was going to earn. They didn't want their like partnership or their like partner to be on the streets and not being able to do anything about it. So they were like nice enough to give her a couple advancements of money. But Chef P communicated with Dave's Gourmet that she spent all her money on previous advances and asked for more to feed her kids and avoid being evicted. I don't know what she's being evicted of because she's staying at Airbnbs. I would think she'd actually be having an apartment, not a super expensive one, because of course, I just can't believe it. Days Gourmet sent her two more advancements that totaled up to about 5,000, but still encouraged her to get like a job or work her career of being a private chef as she was doing prior to partnering up to commercially produce pink sauce. I guess she has a little bit of skill on like of being a chef, but Shaw wanted to know more about activities related to pink sauce. And Dave's Gourmet in 2022 set up weekly meetings to discuss brand strategies to support and collaborate with Shaw, aka the Pink Sauce Lady, Chef P. Shaw attended only a few of these meetings and has been absent from them ever since. And I don't understand. I feel like those would be super important to like be there for. I would just like kind of question like what are you doing then? You're literally not helping out yourself. In February 2023, she asked for over $10,000 in marketing expenses, throwing the little quotes over it, to throw herself a birthday party. What the hell? That sounds fraudulent. That just sounds like pure fraudulent activities. And also had the balls to ask Dave's Gourmet to pay for her $800 dress and shoes that were over $600 that would potentially be in a TikTok video. And of course, Dave's Gourmet being like a dad, telling her, no, why don't you like lower that price? And as an upset, daughter to a father, she basically threw a temper tantrum and said, no, I'm not collaborate with you, nor work alongside you. Wow. She was just throwing a little fit, like a little child that she mentally is. Of February of 2023, Shaw tried to submit business expense report as personal report. Now that's where I smell fraudulent as well. For 4 pairs of shoes and her groceries, if you want to believe that, Dave's Gourmet informed Shaw what she was doing was fraudulent and asked a lot of questions related to the submitted receipts and proceed not to answer any of Dave's Gourmet's questions. So she was like, all right, here's the receipts. But please don't ask me questions because I'm not going to answer them at all. I'm going to leave you on red, you know? And then on due to the large advancements of her royalties payment, the balance of her quarter one royalties owed to Shaw was $666.86. Which, to be honest, when I used to work a job, that used to be like an added bonus to me. Like if I worked a little bit more. But Days Gourmet did not deduct her $10,000, which is very generous of them. But I feel like they should have not done that because then she felt like more entitled to what she was actually owed in advances as well from her royalties until a later time. So Shaw would have like more funds to cover her needs at the time and paid Shaw up to $10,666.68. Instead, they really said, we'll throw you a bone, basically. Was declined because backups and receipts explanations were not provided. Days Gourmet wanted this to remain private, like every single business would like to. You know, they don't want their conversations to be leaked or aired out. But Shaw took it into social media with defamatory statements. But then regarding to the integrity of like Days Gourmet, which basically made them open up about details that otherwise would have remained private, she received up to like 125,000 around that margin from her partnership since August of 2022, which is, I mean, that's still a lot of money for like almost a year. That's like in 10 months, but that's still a lot of money. And of course, you know, Days Gourmet said that she violated multiple contract agreements that wanted to keep the peace between them. But Chef P wanted to carry it out on social media and had defamed or tried to defame Days Gourmet and created an illusion that she was not being compensated, even though it was the other way around. And Days Gourmet even offered to pay for it because she wanted to sue them. She was like, you know what? I'm not going to take your money. Basically, she didn't pay them back. She got money. She wasted it on responsibly. She did not want to pay them back, nor do advertisements to help her product or brand. And long story short, she sucks as a human being. She sucks as a person herself. Because I feel like if you're a mom, I feel like you'd put them ahead of you more than her wants because she needed money to put food on the table, not she needed money to get body modifications, which I mean, she still looks like a below 5. Hell, if you're crazy enough, you will rate her as an 8. But long story short, that's just like the whole pink sauce thing. And I gotta say, it's pretty horrible what like the company had to endure. At the same time, they shouldn't have given her so much money because that's like babying her. Should have worked for her own stuff. But hey, I mean, it's whatever. It's not something I do. I mean, I would have done so many things better than she would have, but it's not my company, nor is it my product. So on that note, thank you for watching. Please leave a like or a dislike on this video, and a comment down below what you guys think. I mean, it's good to see like other people's opinions because you know, everybody has an opinion. It should be heard. So next time I'll catch you guys out. And yeah, see you.